Hey, beautiful wives and future wives. Today we're diving into a powerful yet sometimes controversial topic: love, honor, and obey. What does that really mean in a Christian marriage? Let's talk about it. Ephesians 5:22-24 says, "Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything." Now, I know that word submit can make some of us pause, but let's break this down. What does love, honor, and obey truly look like in a godly marriage? First, love. Love isn't just words, it's action. It's patience, kindness, and selflessness. Loving your husband means supporting him, praying for him, and being his safe place. Just as Christ loves the church, we're called to love our husbands, not blindly, but faithfully with wisdom and grace. True love isn't about being perfect or pretending to have it all together. It's about being a helpmate, encouraging your husband when he's struggling, and being a source of peace when the world feels chaotic. It's about choosing love even on the hard days. It's not always about grand gestures, but about the small, daily acts of love that build a strong foundation for marriage. So how can we show love to our husbands in meaningful ways? Now, what about honor? Honoring your husband means respecting him, not just in private, but in public too. It's speaking life into him, not tearing him down. It's valuing his leadership and working together as a team. When we honor our husbands, we create a home filled with peace and respect. Think about it. Have you ever seen a couple where the wife constantly belittles her husband, criticizes him, or rolls her eyes at him? What does that do to a man? It crushes his spirit. But when a wife honors her husband, it uplifts him, strengthens his confidence, and encourages him to be the leader God called him to be. Honoring our husbands is a reflection of our trust in God's design for marriage. What are some ways we can honor our husbands every day? Obedience. That's a tough one for many of us. Obeying your husband doesn't mean being a doormat. It means trusting his leadership just as we trust Christ. But let's be clear, this doesn't mean tolerating abuse or ungodly behavior. A husband's leadership should reflect Christ's love, not control or harm. Obedience is really about unity, aligning with your husband in a way that fosters peace, trust, and godly order in your home. It means seeking God together and making decisions as a team, with him leading in love and wisdom. It also means allowing your husband to carry the weight of leadership and responsibility, rather than trying to control everything yourself. That's a hard one, right? But when we trust God's order, we find freedom. So what are your thoughts about obeying your husband? Let's also talk about the husband's role in all of this. The Bible doesn't just call wives to submit, it also calls husbands to love their wives as Christ loves the church. Ephesians 5:25. That means leading with humility, serving with kindness, and always putting his wife's well-being above his own desires. A godly husband is not a dictator, but a servant leader. He listens, prays, and seeks wisdom before making decisions. Marriage is a two-way street. When a husband loves sacrificially, it becomes easier for a wife to trust and submit to his leadership. And when a wife respects and honors her husband, it motivates him to be a stronger, more loving leader. Both husband and wife have an important role to play in making marriage a reflection of Christ's love. Now, let's talk about the beauty of a balanced marriage. A godly marriage is not about one person having all the power, it's about partnership. When both husband and wife walk in their God-given roles, there is harmony, peace, and joy. The husband loves sacrificially, and the wife submits willingly, just as the church submits to Christ's loving leadership. At the heart of it all is trust. Trusting your spouse to lead well, and trusting God to guide both of you through life's challenges. It's about walking together, building each other up, and leaning on God in every season. And let's not forget prayer. A strong marriage is built on a strong foundation of faith. Pray together, seek God together, and invite Him into every decision. No marriage is perfect, but with God at the center, it can be strong, fulfilling, and full of joy? Let's hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's uplift and encourage one another as we grow in faith and in our marriages.